Now I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. When it's time for you to finally go up that road, your mind is gonna be going in circles. It isn't like any bid you did in the county where you have hopes of getting out, hopes of being released, and being back to your family and loved ones. When it's all said and done and you know you're going up that road, your mind may play tricks on you. For this video here, I'm gonna be letting y'all know the thoughts that go through your mind when you're on your way to prison. Let's do it. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step two comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. KFROG TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead now, man. Do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. For this one here, I'm going to be talking about the thoughts that go through your head when you're on your way to prison. I've had people hit me up and ask me this. Frog, while you was on your way to prison, what were you thinking about? What was going through your mind at the time? So I figured, I'd tell what was going through my mind. And I also let y'all know that majority of the people are going to have these certain things on their mind as well. You already know when you're in the county jail, certain things don't tend to be in your mind because you got that possibility chance that you are going to get out again. You understand? When you were in the county and you're going back and forth to court and everything like that, the way you look at it is you don't want to think you're going to prison because you're hoping you're not. You understand? And I always heard that, your words are your fruit. You feel me? Your thoughts are what's going to happen. So if you think that you're going to go to prison, or if you talk something into existence, it could happen. You feel me? So while you're in the county, you may know you're going to prison, but you don't want to, lock it in your mind that you really are going to prison. But when it's all said and done and they finally hand them numbers out and give them to you, your whole mindset's going to change once you finally know you're going. For me, the main thing that was going through my mind while I was on the way up the road was the type of shit that I'm going to get into, okay? And a lot of people are going to be thinking this, okay? A lot of people are going to be thinking, damn, who am I going to know at this place? What's this place like? You try to vision what prison looks like just off of the stories and off of the rumors that you heard from other people. You might have heard throughout your life 50 different things about prison. So in your mind, you feel like you got a diagram of what it looks like. In all reality, it ain't going to look nothing like what you're thinking. You feel me? But my main thing was I was thinking like, man, what type of shit am I going to get myself into? Because I know there's going to be savages. I know there's going to be punks. I know there's going to be, fuck boys. I know there's going to be, people that intentionally want to try you. There's going to be people that want to try to rob you, want to try to scare you, want to try to cut you, want to try to beat you up, extort you. These are things that I already knew were going to be there when I get there. You feel me? So in my mind, I was thinking like, what am I going to get myself into? I knew my bid wasn't going to be all peaches and cream because I know the distance that I'll take it if I got to take it there. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was on that bus and I was driving and they were transferring me, you feel me? They were bringing me all the way to the top of the Panhandle. And I remember looking out the window and shit and, I went into a different time zone. For those that don't know, when you do get up in Florida, it's only an hour difference, but there is a different time zone, you feel me? But I remember looking out the window and shit, and it to me, since I'd never been, up there like that, it felt like I wasn't in Florida. You know what I'm saying? It literally felt like I was in Georgia or Tennessee or something, or Alabama. I'm looking out the window and everything just looks old, like antiqued, ran down, like country. You feel me? And I'm just looking, and what's going through my mind is, I know someone's going to try me. I know they're going to think, oh, this white boy's sweet. He's got blue eyes. They're going to think that I'm a pushover. So I knew I was going to get myself in some shit. You feel me? So that's the main thing that was going through my mind, along with things I had going on the streets. You feel me? You're going to be Everything that you had on the streets is going to be playing tricks on you in your mind like this. And I mean anything. I'm talking about relationships. You know, you're going to be thinking, damn, man, I know they're not going to hold me down. I know this female finna shit on me. I know she finna clear it. So your whole goal is going to be, how can I hold on to her and keep her as long as possible? And there's nothing you could do about it. You feel me? And then if you do got a long bid, you know, you don't want to, you know, face reality in your mind and know, okay, yeah, we're together, but she's probably fucking. You know, you're gone, out of sight, out of mind. You get what I'm saying? And you don't want to face reality that, you know, she probably is. But then you go to looking back and thinking about, well, if you were the one out there and she was the one going up the road for all them years, would you be fucking? You see? So then that kind of like plays, you know, rolls on you and everything like that. Whatever bills you have lined up, anything you have in order, all that shit is gone. I can't tell you how many times I had to start over just by going to the county jail. You feel me? I'm talking about like car insurance, you know, like cell phone bills, you know, little shit. You feel me? These are the type of things that, you know, you're going to learn that, you know, whatever you had going on, scratch that. You feel me? But then when you get such a long bid, it's like, you don't really care about it. You see what I'm saying? When you're in the county jail, you know, and you may get out in time in order to like renew your insurance, or if you don't pay your insurance at the right time, you know, if your shit gets suspended, then you got to surrender your tag on your car, or they suspend your license. You know, I've been through all these type of things just because every time I got locked up in the county jail, I was on probation. So I had a VOP, violation. So since I had a violation of probation, I couldn't bond out. You get what I'm saying? I had to sit there and wait until they eventually let me go. You see? And every time it was a minimum 3 months. Minimum. You feel me? The first time, you know, I went in there, you know, I paid my cell phone bill thinking I was going to get out, and I kept paying the cell phone bill for like 3 months, and then finally got out. The next time I went, I'm like, oh no, this is how it goes. I'm going to be back here for at least 90 days. Fuck that cell phone bill. No, you think about it, right? But once you're up that road, you know for a fact, even if they suspend your license, bro, even if you can't surrender the tag, whatever it is, all this is going to be going through your mind at first. And then these things are going to just straight up drift, you know. So it's kind of like why I say things that are in the county jail that go through your mind, it's different, because the things that are on the tip of your mind while you're in the county, it's going to go right out the window while you're eventually on the way up that road. Believe it or not. What a lot of people think also that runs through their mind while they're on the way to prison is, damn, man, I hope no one tries to rape me. I hope no one tries to take it. From the stories and rumors and shit that you hear, you know what I'm saying? It makes you kind of like be on your, you know, you're standing on your pivot, making it to where you're like prepared if someone does try to come at you some type of way, you know how to defend yourself, you know? A lot of other people, you know, stay balled up in that shell and are scared to actually, you know, be who they are because they're worried what may happen when they first get to prison, you know? People are trying to pinpoint together what it's going to look like, the dorms, you know, the uniforms, how it is. And no matter how hard you physically try to figure it out, it's not going to be how it is when you get there. You see what I'm saying? Main things that went through my mind is, what am I going to find myself into? You know? And I wasn't really worried if I ran into some people like that were on the bullshit, because I'm on the bullshit too, you know, low key. You feel me? But I wasn't really worried about that. I was more worried about, I'm going to go to one of these institutions and I'm going to land at an institution, a compound that has individuals there that I probably robbed on the streets, or, you feel me, probably beat up on the streets, you know, fucking whatever. You know, I won't put too much out there. So I'm thinking I'm going to land at a pound that some people that wishes, you know, they had the upper hand on me before are going to be there. And they're going to already have the compound and be cool with the compound and everything. And then they're going to see me. I'm not going to see them. And then, you know, they're going to send them goons or something's going to happen. That's what I was thinking. You feel me? So when I was there, you feel me? Most people want to turn their head and not pay attention and try to not be noticed as much as possible. I was on that, boy. I'm looking at everybody. You feel me? I'm not staring them down, but I'm seeing faces, though. You feel me? I'm trying to see people before they see me. You know, and I learned that early on in my bid, and it made it actually great later on. You feel me? When people ended up coming to institutions I was at that had familiar faces from the streets that, you know, I once harmed or anything like that, you got to let them know, you know, they're there. You feel me? You got to like apply that pressure, you know? So those were the two main things that was really going through my mind, you know, is like I said, what am I going to get myself into? And then that there be other people there that I did some harm to on the streets before that I'm not going to observe. You feel me? Those were the two main things. I wasn't thinking, oh, someone's going to try to rape me. I wasn't thinking like, oh boy, they finna rob me. They going to extort me. None of that. That shit didn't even cross my mind. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking like, damn, you know, the bitch I was with at the time, I was like, yeah, she gonna be gone. She left while I was in the county. So I was like, she for the birds. You feel me? Not for the frog. You feel me? I was like, that one's gone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking like, Vizzo, you're like, how am I gonna get my Vizzo set up? How my people's gonna come see me? You know, there's certain things that you're gonna wanna try to hold on to. You know, it's like, in jail, you try to hold on to as much as you can on the streets because you don't want to feel like you're forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to feel like you're out of the loop. But I'm that type of person. I don't want to feel like I'm a burden. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I'm forcing you to be around. I'm forcing you to stay. I'm forcing you to come to Vizzo, drop them letters off, that mail, put that money in my account, put money on the phone. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm forcing you to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to feel like you're doing that shit out of your own. Whether it's a female, a family member, one of my homeboys, I got to feel like you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or else I'm just going to look at you like the other majority, you feel me, that, you know, really don't help. You know, that's how I'm going to end up looking at you in my mind. You feel me? But once you go up that road, it's really, really, really all on them. You get what I'm saying? You're even farther away. You're farther than the county. Clearly the county, you're local. You're going to go to whatever county jail you got arrested in is probably 9 times out of 10 the county you're from, unless your ass is a road runner and you're going different places doing whatever and getting caught up. But 9 times out of 10 people are in the county that they are from, so you're local. Your visits are easier. You know what I'm saying? But once you go getting up that road and it's a different phone system, different way to put money on, different route that you got to take in order to get Vizzos and different stuff like that, that's when you'll see your fucking circle went from this, and then you landed in the county, and it went to that. But then now when you go up the road, it's like that. You're going to be like, damn, and it's going to show you who's real, who ain't. You know what I'm saying? But so many things are going to be going through your mind, you know what I'm saying, that you're not going to be able to process all the bullshit that's going to come with your family, friends, females, etc. You see what I'm saying? Because you know your mind is going to set in like, oh, it's a wrap. You feel me? Because a lot of females and a lot of dudes, they stick in relationships while in the county because they hope there's a chance. But once them numbers are caving out, once they give you that time and they find out, it's like, damn. That's like the end of your relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like, some are loyal. I won't take that from all of them. But at the same time, you know, it's a small percentage. You see what I'm saying? And I felt like when I went up the road, I was going to know somebody, you know. My name rings bells, you feel me? Broward County. People know who KFROG is, you know what I'm saying? Especially back when I was on that hot boy shit and I was hot-headed and getting into shit. Was really on that street shit. Driving around with a Crown Vic with bullet holes in it, you know what I'm saying? For those that have been here for a while, you know I've been shot before. That's why I got no aim right here, tatted where the scar's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really on that shit. You feel me? But I slowed down, you know? But at the same time, I felt like I'd run into people I knew that weren't like my team before I run into somebody from my team. You know, that's what went through my mind, you know? But at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter if it was an op that I knew or an op I didn't know. I'm going to handle myself however I got to handle myself in a situation. You see? Now, a lot of people fail to forget that, though. A lot of people, they won't realize or remember how much heart that they really already have. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're outnumbered. They get so spooked to the environment, you know, that they feel like if they tuck their tail, everything will be okay. And that isn't true. If you tuck your tail, you're going to have to tuck your tail and some for the remainder of your bid. You feel me? That's why you don't want to break. You see? You don't want to fold, bend. You got to hold it down regardless. If you're one of them people that hold it down on the streets, why change when you go up the road? Think about it. You built your name. Did whatever you needed to do. So much dirt, you know, so much grimy shit, so much whatever to make you be known who you are. Just to go up the road, a place you're not from, where it counts the most. To let somebody just straight take that whole street credit from you. See, I wasn't on that shit. You feel me? I wasn't going to just let somebody, you know, knock down who KFROG was, you see? And in my mind, that shit played a part. And then I had just lost my dad. For those that don't know, when I found my old boy not breathing, I got set up the next day and ended up going up the road throughout the whole process. You feel me? So what went through my mind was I wasn't really caring about prison. I was still focusing on the death and the family. My best friend. You feel me? And then that made it even more to the point to where I was like, shit, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let my old boy look down from up top and see I'm a bitch. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let that slide. There's no way possible that I'm gonna let somebody try me some type of way. I was like more eager and more with the shits. That I definitely gotta hold it down now because I feel like somebody that's important to me is watching from above. You see? So the things that I thought about weren't all that serious, you know. I really, shit was nothing to me. That's how I felt. Like, it is what it is. Regardless where they send me, whatever I'm gonna go through, I gotta go through. That's it. There's nothing you could do about it. Your bed's already made. Your number of your bunks already picked out. The location of the institution you will be staying at is already put in place for you. All you got to do is get handcuffed, shackled up, and get brought there. That's it. Even when you're here and you got to go through 5 camps to get there. There's somebody in that bed right now. But as you're making your way, they already got where they're going and what day they're leaving. So then as you're making your way, they'll eventually move them to where they're going and then their bunk open and you're there. Like, it's crazy how it works. It's a rotating system. But at the same time, you got to be prepared for it. You get what I'm saying? The way I think of it, the best advice that I could give somebody is the less you worry about it, the less you'll realize you can make it through. You see what I'm saying? The more and more you try to worry about it. And this is coming from somebody that, while I was in the county jail, you know, I was in black and white, max custody. So I asked people, you know, about prison, what it was like. You know, there's a lot of people with life plus like 30 that was back on appeal. You know, they might have 2 life sentences, you know, back on appeal. So, you know, I'm going to be like, man, shit, so what is it like up the road? You feel me? Chopping it up with them while we playing cards and shit. And they would tell me, you know, and really I was just fishing. I was digging. I was trying to figure out about the chain gang before I go there. Because I had in my mind, I already knew I was going to prison. You feel me? The odds against me were so fucked up that I was like, I know I'm going up the road. I might as well prepare for it now. And that's the hardest part, is blocking out the possibilities of getting out. You see, everybody holds on to that when they're in the county. But once I blocked that shit out and I got more and more into wanting to know about prison, I'd say 85% of the shit that I was told that I thought I had figured out from them explaining it didn't look nothing like how I had it in my mind. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to just don't worry about it. I wasted my time worrying about it before, wanting to learn about it. You see what I'm saying? Before, to try to think it would help me prepare myself. When really, I know the type of life I lived and how grimy it was on the streets, so I already knew how to carry myself. The same way it was on the streets is how you got to carry yourself up the road. Because you got a shitload of the people that you go through it with on the streets, like the people that carry themselves that are like two-faced, or people that like to rob, people that are snakes, you know, backstabbers. You have a shitload of those in there. So there's nothing different from that in the streets. If you carry yourself on the streets the right way, you should be able to make it through prison the right way. It's the same game. It's just a smaller place. That's it. It's not as big as the world. It's the same game though. And by it not being as big as the world, that same two-faced and snaked and grimy and robbing shit that you're used to on the streets, that you see, you know, frequently, you see every day in prison. You see it even more because of how small it is with a gate around it. You see, so it should put you on beat even quicker. You got to just, you know, don't let that shit eat you up as you're on your way there, man. Take that shit to the chin and realize at the end of the day, I got to do it. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I could change Unless you're someone that got banned with a lot of time and you're trying to give your time back by appealing it. You feel me? But at the same time, you're still going to be going through that shit. You feel me? And a lot of people think the wrong things as they're on the way up the road, which I understand. If you've never been there before, you can't help but to think what you was once told. That's what processed in your mind. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker told you chicken was steak your whole life, and then eventually you come around somewhere and you realize chicken is chicken, it's not steak, you know, you're gonna kind of be iffy to think that that shit is actually steak. You get what I'm saying? I understand it though, because that's what got a lot of people's thoughts in rotation in the first place, is everybody wants to act like they did the toughest time, that they did it in places that was rocking, you know, scary places. They seen so many killings, stabbings, rapes, so many different things that they'll brag and tell false information to people who ain't been there just so they look like they've been through some tough shit. And now that person's thinking totally different about prison, and then when he goes up the road, he'll realize he didn't see none of that shit that he heard about. You see? Everybody's thoughts are going to be different when you go up that road. My only opinion that I can give y'all before I wrap this video up is don't worry about it. Straight up. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The more you worry about it, just the more, you know, fidgety you're going to be expecting it. You know, you can expect shit without showing your hand to where you look like you're expecting it. You come in there and you look so spooked and so expecting, people are going to feel like you're scared, you know, and they're going to feel like you're a target, and they're going to want to call that bluff. So you might as well just expect it, but don't worry about it. That's it. That's the best thing that I can tell y'all, straight up. And if you're somebody else that had something else going through your mind while you're on the way up the road, drop it in the comment section. You know, me, I only thought about the little things. You know, I thought about what I'd get myself into, you know, and if I'd run into an op from the streets. I wasn't worried if they put me in there with motherfucking murderers who were on the TV. I wouldn't care if they put me in there with America's Most Wanted's bomb terrorists. I don't care about none of that. They could have put me in there with anybody. That shit wouldn't have meant no difference to me at all. It wouldn't even have struck a light bulb in my head. But if it would have been an op that I had on the streets before I went up the road, somebody that I physically know, like from where I'm from, the county I'm from, bing, that light bulb would have went on. You see? Because that's what was going through my mind at the time. We were really on some east side versus west side shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. There's one thing I want to let y'all know about my next video, okay? The next video that I got coming here in the next few days, I decided to pick back up on the inmate dictionary, okay? So I know I ain't dropped one of them in months. You feel me? I think I only dropped one since I got my new setup and all that shit put together. I don't really remember why I didn't pick up on it, but I already had them all written down. So we're going to jump back on that in a couple days. Y'all stay tuned. I had people, you know, jump on my gaming channel the other night asking me about it. You know, when you going to drop another inmate dictionary? Forgot all about them, to be real with you. But my next video that I will be dropping in the next couple days, I'm going to pick right back up and we're going to jump on to the next letter. I appreciate y'all sitting here watching this shit. I mean that. I don't know about all these other YouTubers. I don't know if they truly, you know, if they feel like since they get money from it, you know, all they see is the dollar signs. They don't really respect the support. You know, they don't really care for the people that are behind the view. They just care about the view. You feel me? I'm the total opposite. I could give two shits about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, frog is frog. You know, I appreciate the people that watch my videos, that take the time, the ones that can actually learn something from my videos. Because my videos ain't just to be watched. My videos are meant to drop game, real spill, to where people can learn about prison. You feel me? And that's my whole goal. That's why I come on here to do stuff like this. My free time and what excites me, you feel me, is my gaming. That's why I'm on KFROG Gaming all the time. That's my getaway. That's my fun time. You see what I'm saying? This right here, this shit's for y'all, for everybody that's watching. I want y'all to know that. Anyways, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks again. Y'all already know, keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, lying-ass people that be on YouTube just dropping anything for clickbait. Keep them out your circle, man. Till next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.